This video will help young and new voters and all citizens understand the next election. The League of Women Voters of Greater Pittsburgh is a nonprofit 501c3 nonpartisan organization, neither supporting nor opposing candidates or political parties. If you are confused about elections and voting, the League of Women Voters is here to help. Let's walk through the next election. 84% of you say they have the power to change the country. But how? So why do we need a government, and why would anyone want to work in government? So just think about all the ways laws and regulations help citizens by securing the safety of products, for example, like makeup and baby products, food inspections, food recalls, physical safety like seat belts, minimum working age like 16 years old, environmental regulations for cleaner air and cleaner water. Think about roads safety, schools, hospitals, emergency services, and trash collection, as well as other things. There are two different kinds of elections each year. The primary in the spring, which is closed, and the general election in the fall. The general can be either local or municipal, or federal and state. Keep in mind, Pennsylvania is one of 9 states that has a closed primary, which means you can vote for candidates if you are registered with one of the 2 major parties, which are the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. Pennsylvania does not have an independent party. You would only be able to vote for candidates in the party you've chosen if you want to vote in the primary. If you are not registered with either party, you would not be able to vote for candidates. But you can still vote in the primary election if there are state constitutional amendments, if there's a special election, or if there are ballot referendums. In the general election, however, any registered voter can vote for any candidate, and there may be candidates from other parties like the Green Party and the Libertarian parties that are on the ballot, which you would be eligible to vote for. There are also 2 different types of elections each year. In the odd number years like 2021, we have the municipal election, also known as the local elections. In these elections, we elect local, city, and county officials like school board members, mayors, city-county members, district attorneys, sheriffs, magistrates, and judges. And on even-numbered years, like 2022, we have federal and state elections. Elections include members of the U.S. Congress and the president and vice president. For states, it's the governors and lieutenant governors, as well as other state officials. Special elections are held when an elected official can no longer serve. They may be held during a primary or a general election, and all eligible voters can vote in a special election. And a word about constitutional amendments. Be on the lookout for those. These consequential referendums or ballot questions may appear on a primary or general election ballot, but often appear on ballots in elections when voter turnout is low. They cannot be vetoed by a governor, and they become law if passed. The U.S. Constitution mandates that the president or vice president are elected by 538 state electors who are chosen by their political parties. The way electors cast their votes depend on the votes of the voters in their states. Electors equal the number of members for each state plus 3 for Washington, D.C. Candidates must win 270 electoral college votes to win. Only in presidential elections can candidates win the national vote but lose the electoral college vote, and therefore the election. Do you know which political parties are recognized in Pennsylvania? Members of a political party are citizens who have similar ideas and who choose candidates to represent their interests. In Pennsylvania, only 2 major parties are recognized, the Democratic and Republican. The PA Constitution recognizes the Green and Libertarian parties as political bodies, and they may petition to have candidates on a general election ballot. These political bodies are not included in the closed primaries, which are in the spring. There is no independent party in Pennsylvania. Remember to choose a party. When you register to vote, to be able to vote in the primaries, remember that Pennsylvania has a closed primary system. This means that to vote in the primary, you have to be registered as a Democrat or Republican. Remember that any registered voter may vote in any election, including the primary, if there's a ballot question, a constitutional amendment, or a special election. For an explainer that can sum it up, find this graphic at lwvpgh.org in the Voter Resource Library, and feel free to download our resources. If you don't vote, you don't have a say in the direction of your country, your state, or your local government. And remember, elections have consequences. So who may you vote for? These are some of the officials in your federal, state, and municipal government, from president, governor, mayor, and onward. Candidates for the Pennsylvania offices running in this important election in 22 in the fall, also called the midterm, are the U.S. Senator, 17 U.S. Representatives, the Governor, the Lieutenant Governor, 25 Pennsylvania State Senators, 203 Pennsylvania State Representatives. To find out more about the candidates, go to vote411.org to see which candidates will be on your ballot. If you want to know more about the roles and duties of elected officials, this explainer will help. You can find it at lwvpgh.org in the Voter Resource Library. So why is it important to vote in the 2022 midterm or general election? With so many federal and state government officials on the ballot, who will support your issues? Well, this is a downloadable explainer about the importance of federal and state elections, and it can be found again at the Voter Resource Library at lwvpgh.org. Remember, you matter, your vote matters, and your voice matters. Voting makes your voice heard in one way that affects real change by resulting in the election of officials who make the policies and laws that affect all of us. Electronic registration with turbovote.org for any state is easy. You can register if you are in any state. You will be routed to your own state's portal, and you can choose to receive text or email reminders to get to the polls on Election Day. You can find nonpartisan candidate information at vote411.org. In Pennsylvania, you can find reliable candidate information, including side-by-side questions the candidates answer, and links to the candidate's website. You can make your own personalized list of candidates who you wish to vote for, and it will be emailed or texted to you. Remember, you can register if you are in any state, and you will be routed to your own state's portal. You can receive email reminders, and remember, your information will never be shared. Do you know about Ballotpedia? It is a digital encyclopedia of American politics and elections. It covers federal, state, and local politics, elections, and public policy. You can find a sample ballot lookup and voting and election information for any state. You can make a difference. Voters like you elect the officials who work in our state and federal government. Democracy works when citizens participate, but only around 20 to 40% do, unless it's a presidential election. Remember, younger voters will outnumber the older voters, and older voters vote in every election, so make sure your vote is counted and be sure to bring friends and family. If you care about your issues, then claim your power and vote, because every election counts and you count. Here are some sources and resources that we like: vote.pa.gov, lwvpgh.org, and vote411.org. And remember, informed voters power America. Contact us in all the ways you know how. Also, there's an urgent need for poll workers. Please head over to the Allegheny County website and click Elections Division to learn more. You can also join us in our mission to empower voters and defend democracy. If you want nonpartisan, accurate information about how to check if you are registered to vote, how to register to vote, find your polling place, and learn more about mail-in voting and more, we have it for you at lwvpgh.org/college. Thank you for watching.